Hey, it's me, Richie T. I'm at the Vans Warped Tour and visiting with the guys from Black Dahlia. I'm reading your shirt, or your hat, rather. Brutal truth, smoke, grind, sleep. Okay, I'll take
that's
that.
right. It's a good way to get through the day.
Tell me your name. I didn't ask. I'm so rude. Before we even started,
Oh,
I
it's
didn't
all
even
right.
ask your
I'm
name.
Brian Eschbach.
Okay.
Trevor Cernad.
Good to have you guys here. Your hands are a little sweatier than his. That's fine.
Well, I'm always on the sweaty hand tip.
Yeah?
It's just
Is it nervous? I hope
It's
I don't
lucky.
make you nervous.
Mikey is holding the microphone with my non-shaking hand.
Yeah.
It's the only difference. This one's greasy as hell.
Yeah.
Can we say that on the air? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, you're fine. You can say greasy.
Cool.
Where are you guys from?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
area. Yep.
Oh, geez. That's a sad part of the country right
yeah,
now.
he's like, oh man. Yeah, it is kind of destitute. It's a little bit post-apocalyptic in some parts.
Like crazy. Like
Yeah.
I don't think people really have an idea of what it's like. Is it starting to pick up?
In certain places, I think people are kind of, picking up the houses cheap and flipping them, and trying
There's
to rebuild.
definitely development and plans in place.
Yeah.
A lot of people are buying up land for cheap and want to do something cool with it. So hopefully this next decade will bring some of that.
I just remember reading an article maybe a year or so ago where it's like, and they're just raising city blocks because they don't want to have the slums for drug dealers and all this stuff. So just leveling them.
There's like ghost towns pretty much,
Yeah.
man, of just totally shattered buildings, and it's crazy to like walk around and imagine what once was there. You know what I mean?
Is it like that for you in neighborhoods where you guys kind of were raised in? You're like,
no,
oh, you
we're
remember that
definitely
Sid's?
from the-
That was Sid's place.
Oh,
We're
definitely
from the
yeah.
outer limits.
Yes, I grew up like 45 minutes away from Detroit, and it's just totally different. Just suburbs, pretty standard.
Cool.
Television suburbs.
Yeah, Midwest television suburbs like we imagine.
A lot of lakes out there.
Yeah, a lot of lakes.
A lot of hillbilly culture,
Yeah.
which you wouldn't guess right away. But we got it in Michigan.
Oh, no, I'd guess it. I lived in Ohio for a while.
Okay, yeah, then
Oh,
you know what's
you know
up.
what's going on.
exactly
And
what's
so I
going
know
on.
you're Midwest hillbilly. I remember
Yeah.
one time walking up to this lady's house, and it was like right out on the lawn. It was probably a good 10-acre lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a paper mache Easter bunny that was like 12 feet tall. And then as we walked from the street all the way quarter mile up to her house, it was like 75 abandoned cars, bicycles.
Oh, nice.
And you walk in and we meet this lady, and she's like, "Hey, I'm a leader of a church." And we were like, "Oh, that's great." I was on a religiously affiliated vacation.
That's tax-free. That's
Right-
good for
right,
her.
right? And all of her disciples were ducks. She lived with like 200 ducks inside of her house.
Oh,
so
whoa.
I'm a little familiar. But nothing like that up in Detroit parts, huh?
The things our government will approve of. I'm going to have to start seeing what kind of message we could spread to ducks.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're
man,
right.
I didn't know that they
And
that
they're
was
the
an option.
they're the perfect missionary because they do migrate.
And they're cute. People like them. They
Yeah.
don't want to hurt them.
Yeah, they're unassuming. You don't know what's
people
going to...
want to hear what ducks are going to have to say, I'm pretty sure.
Let's go tax-free.
All right. That sounds like a plan.
So is this your guys' first Warped Tour?
Yes.
First one that we're playing.
Yes.
I'd been a couple of years back
Uh-huh.
when I was but a wee tot.
Doing one of those things growing up. I think it's like a rite of passage from adolescence into adulthood. You have to spend one day in really hot sun watching really amazing music, like one time.
Yeah, I mean,
I went
I
a couple times.
yeah, multiple insanity.
It was like 96, 97, and 98, I think.
Okay.
So, awesome. Descendants, man. Come on.
Is it one of those things that where you guys how old are you guys? Let's talk about that real quick.
32.
Okay.
30.
Yeah, so we're all about the same age. Where you came in the 90s, late 90s, and you're like, one day, like, Babe Ruth pointing out the stage, one day I'll
man,
play
I
on.
never even thought that was possible. Dude. This is it's way cool to be here, but I had never imagined that a band I would be in would, get to the level to be featured in something like this. So it's cool. It's gone a lot farther beyond that. Awesome.
Yeah. So how did it get to be then? I mean, what's the story for you guys getting together and getting here to the Warped Tour?
Well, I mean, we started pretty typically, just guys that wanted to play, and we
Met online.
We met online.
Right,
The
really?
power of the internet.
No.
Metal
Oh,
Dude
yeah.
Chat.
No, really?
Metal Dude Chat.
And I don't know. We got picked up by Metal Blade in 2003. Our first album came out with them. We took off on tour, never looked back. We just dropped our 6th album, and
For some reason, people keep inviting us on these things.
Wait, but really, you guys met online? I want to get to the bottom of that. You really
no,
met?
for real, dude.
No, we
it was
didn't go to high school together.
No.
Because so many of these bands it's like, yeah, he was the guy that I knew in high school. We palled around, or it was like I didn't really like him in high school, but then I realized he played the guitar really well. So how does this go down? You're like Yahoo group chat. I like music. Oh, I like music too.
It was more like we're gonna have a jam down. Do you want to come down and jam with us? And like you want to get together and jam? And then we did.
I think we'd known each other from some parties and stuff before that.
So was it like a chat room? Because it's not. We're talking 2003. That's before Facebook. It's like, is there like a place where people would go?
2001, man.
Okay.
So it was like, the AIM era was coming into full bloom.
Okay. Right, that's what I'm talking about, though, is it seems like, nowadays, it's like, sure, we met on Facebook, that guy plays bass for that band, we saw his video on YouTube, and then I tweeted him and said, why don't you leave that band and come this?
Back then, it was like mp3.com was the good platform for metal bands, you know? We used to be like, well, we're doing good on mp3.com, do you want to sign us?
And so you came down and jammed, and it went well?
It took a few times, actually, but eventually, they asked me to join, and we at the beginning we had no idea that we were going to get signed and it was going to turn into this whole professional band, but we were just doing it to have fun.
I don't think even the idea of what we were going to do was solidified at that
really,
point.
No.
Yeah, so
there wasn't a whole lot of planning, really.
We just played around.
It's been reactionary moves ever since.
Pretty much.
It's been like dominoes.
The big domino was the van. We couldn't get the van for a while. The first 3 years was like, well, we want to go play somewhere, but how are we going to get there?
So did you
the broke days.
Did you just not go anywhere, or just
not
wait?
really? We just played around Michigan a lot, and I don't know. That was it. We didn't think that Mr. Big from, Fat Fish Records was going to accidentally come in the door either. We knew that wasn't going to happen, so we were just playing for fun, and I don't know.
When I think about Detroit as far as a music scene, I kind of think Motown, and then I think Eminem.
Yeah, Motown's awesome, man. It's a good thing to be known for. Eminem and ICP and Kid Rock also
are from there.
Yes. But there's a lot of cool stuff.
Are also artists.
Also artists from there. The Swellers are from our area. They're also on the tour here.
They might be ramping up over on the Ernie Ball stage right now.
Yeah, they're awesome. Awesome band.
Is it, for metal, is it a pretty good music town? Or where is, the metal town is Gainesville, Florida. The metal town is,
Well, metal.
People in Texas are pretty wild about their metal.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it really?
Yep.
But
where? they might be a different, people altogether. Texans, there's just a whole lot of balls down there, a lot of balls, radiating balls, and it just, when the metal show happens, they start swinging them, and it's pretty insane.
They start clanging them
Not
around.
to put anyone else down, of course we're from Michigan.
Balls.
We got great balls in Michigan. I hear they have great balls in Utah.
Yep, well, we do. They wanted to have the best. On our license plate, we have the best snow on earth. We wanted to have the greatest balls west of the Mississippi, but
nice.
They were hesitant to put balls on the license plate.
Balls.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
Keep at your balls. Don't just let them go.
Where in Texas is the big metal town? That surprises me to hear that.
San Antonio is
awesome.
Probably a reigning king. I don't know.
Because I don't think, when I think of different towns, I think Austin, and I don't think Austin is a metal town.
Oh, no, but Austin's cool, though.
Austin's super eclectic, lots of
right,
they give metal a shot.
Town, man.
Yeah.
We do well where the kids are, man. So the cities, usually big cities is where it's at, I'd say.
Do you have a town
all the
that
typical stuff
that when, if you're looking at the Warped Tour or with other things that you guys have done where you're like, oh, man, that town? We got to go to that
on this
town.
one, it was yesterday because of the projected heat. You know what I mean? We're that was the show to beat was yesterday. We were dreading it. We heard it's going to be 120 on the asphalt. Just kept saying that over and over.
Well,
so
and it was.
We were in Vegas. It was gnarly.
It was gnarly.
It was pretty gnar down there. So, we took the cab and went over and had a little buffet and hung out in the AC and lost a little bit of money for a while.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other guys in our band get locked out of the bus because the bus code thing got too hot and like malfunctioned. So they sent out a message. They're like, if you guys are in AC out there,
stay there.
Stay, man.
Oh my god.
So we did.
From what I understand, though, like it was like 120 just air and sun. It was like 150 on the asphalt.
Oh yeah, it was
right.
It was ridiculous,
cruel and unusual, inhumane.
There goes the ice cart now.
But it's just one of those things where you're like, yeah, but that was awesome. Like that's
when
an
it was
experience
over,
I'll never forget.
And it went pretty well. I was very happy afterwards. I was like, guys, we did it. We did it. We didn't even suck.
Didn't even suck.
Do you guys have a new album out?
Yeah,
Everblack came out June 11th. It's available in stores near everyone.
Online, I'm sure.
Online too.
As well. Digital formats.
Come on over to the indiemerch.com/Black Dahlia Murder and check out our stuffs.
Do you guys do you like touring better or like being in the studio writing stuff?
I like both, man.
No, you can't. We got like one more than the other.
I think I would, if I had to do one forever, not the other, I would play shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
The moment when you're up there and it's, there's a lot of waiting around on tour, which sucks, and I think that's why most people that quit end up quitting, because all the downtime just makes you insane. But that moment when you're on stage, it's just all worth it, man. It's awesome. That's the best part of the whole thing. It's like all the sacrifice that you go through. Right then, you're like, yes.
The Warped Tour, they say, is a groundbreaking thing for a lot of bands. Is there any bands that you guys have watched that you're like, wow, that band or those guys or that thing or whatever that you've been pretty impressed with?
I haven't seen any new bands that really blew me away. For me, it's been all the old classic bands that I've seen.
Like who?
Real Big Fish. Goldfinger was awesome.
That was a really good show.
The Ataris were on. That was awesome. I caught the Aquabats. They were killer. Like I said earlier, Swellers are awesome.
Are you guys pretty tight with them, or do you kind of keep your distance? I know some bands will be like, we party with everyone, and other people are like,
we're gonna try, I think, to penetrate the lines. I want to talk to those guys.
I have no idea where anyone is on any given day.
That's the thing.
There's like 100 buses or some stuff, and it's like a little town where you can't see for very far.
Yeah.
I've been one eye man, dude. I don't have any sunglasses, So every time I come out, at first I cry every time I step out of the bus because you can't see anything.
Yeah.
And then I go with one eye, and I'm like going around looking for the bathroom and stuff. And so it's going to be a few days until I try to hang out with anybody or aspire to do anything outside the bus, pretty much. So, but I would love to crash the ska party and just say hello and be like, hey guys, you're all so good.
I wonder if they skank.
I want to knee some butts with them.
There you go. There it is. Tell people where they can find your social media and your music and all that stuff again.
We're
Facebook.
worldwide.
We're worldwide. We're everywhere.
Check out BDM Metal at the Twitter. And there's also the Facebook. What is that called?
Black Dahlia Murder Official.
Black Dahlia Murder Official.
And
you can also, if this gets on the air today or we're on live, get down here right now because we're going to go on at 3:40.
Cool.
You can edit that out if you want.
No, you're fine. Do you guys do you do your own Twitter and Instagram stuff, or do you have other people to take care of it?
We do it. We do it, and that's why there's so much idiocy going on there. It's all our personal touch.
Cool. Best of luck to you guys on the rest of the Warped Tour. Thank you for taking a few minutes.
You have a wonderful day and stay hydrated.
You, my friend.
Don't sweat too much.
I already
Hold it
am.
in, dude.
I am. I haven't eaten lunch. I've just drank it the entire day.
I'm sweating already. I'm just talking.
It's just me.
You make me hot.
Getting hot down here at X96.
Thanks for coming.
The rat. The beast.
Is that right? Is that wrong? Did we get it wrong?